1. Which adult learning principle is most relevant when training experienced crane operators on new load handling regulations? A. Rote memorization. B. Learning through repetition. C. Leveraging prior experience. D. Passive instruction. 2. What is the primary objective of formative evaluation in crane operator training? A. Awarding certifications. B. Measuring initial aptitude. C. Monitoring learning during instruction. D. Determining final program success. 3. The best method for mentoring a new crane operator in proper load balance techniques is A. Assigning manuals for review. B. Immediate independent operation. C. Shadowing followed by guided practice. D. Reviewing historical load charts only. 4. OSHA requires that crane operators be evaluated for A. Time management. B. Ergonomic posture. C. Ability to recognize and avert hazards. D. Conflict resolution skills. 5. Which method is most effective in evaluating crane operator performance in real-world conditions? A. Written quizzes. B. Multiple choice test. C. Simulated lift scenarios and observation. D. Peer surveys. 6. When developing a curriculum for boom crane operations, which should be prioritized? A. Manufacturer marketing material. B. OSHA and ANSI standards. C. General industry procedures. D. Generic training slides. 7. Effective communication during tandem crane lifts should be A. Done independently by each operator. B. Relayed through text messages. C. Coordinated with agreed-upon hand signals and radios. D. Left to supervisor discretion. 8. Which OSHA regulation directly addresses crane operator certification requirements? A. 1910.120. B. 1910.178. C. 1926.1427. D. 1926.501. 9. What is a key component of adult learning in crane safety programs? A. Gamification. B. Self-directed problem solving. C. Memorizing regulation numbers. D. Short attention spans. 10. A good mentoring strategy for new load handlers is A. Correcting only major errors. B. Giving full autonomy from day one. C. Providing immediate, constructive feedback during tasks. D. Reviewing safety once a month. 11. The best way to assess a crane operator's understanding of load charts is A. Asking yes-no questions. B. Reviewing only manufacturer documents. C. Having them apply charts to lifting scenarios. D. Allowing group discussions. 12. What is the primary purpose of using checklists in crane operations training? A. To meet HR requirements. B. To increase paperwork. C. To promote safety consistency and reduce errors. D. To limit operator creativity. 13. In crane training, how can adult learning engagement be improved? A. Adding complex terminology. B. Allowing learners to work at their own pace on real-life tasks. C. Removing peer collaboration. D. Using only instructor-led lectures. 14. When mentoring crane riggers, what is the most critical aspect to teach? A. Legal implications of failure. B. Proper sling selection and inspection. C. Brand loyalty of gear. D. Personal opinions on lifting strategies. 15. A well-designed evaluation tool for load handling safety should A. Focus on operator personality. B. Include task-based performance criteria. C. Be based solely on theory. D. Be written by administrative staff only. 16. What should be done before lifting a load with multiple cranes? A. Estimate the weight. B. Skip the pre-lift meeting if all are certified. C. Conduct a detailed lift plan and communication protocol. D. Assign roles verbally without documentation. 17. Which adult learning approach benefits crane operators facing new challenges? A. Ignoring prior knowledge. B. Structured practice with coaching. C. Memorizing unrelated theory. D. Passive observation. 18. The term center of gravity in load handling refers to A. The middle point of the rigging. B. The crane base location. C. The balance point of the load. D. The midpoint of the operator's station. 19. Why is peer mentoring effective in crane operator training? A. Reduces need for formal training. B. Promotes shared responsibility and learning. C. Avoids instructor accountability. D. Saves on licensing fees. 20. Which tool best supports evaluation of crane operation curriculum? A. OSHA's training database. B. Feedback forms only. C. Measurable learning objectives and outcome tests. D. Employee satisfaction surveys. 21. Crane operators should report defects found during inspections to A. Their co-worker. B. OSHA directly. C. Their immediate supervisor or safety manager. D. The equipment manufacturer only. 22. Which communication style is most appropriate for high-risk lift coordination? A. Casual discussions. B. Strictly email-based. C. Clear, direct, and confirmed verbal or radio messages. D. Informal team chat. 23. Which evaluation method can be used to test operator readiness before solo work? A. Attendance verification. B. Performance assessment in a controlled setting. C. Survey about interest level. D. Instructor personality quiz. 24. Mentoring programs in crane operations are most effective when they A. Occur spontaneously without structure. B. Focus on building rapport only. C. Include goal setting, progress tracking, and feedback. D. Are only assigned to HR staff. 25. The main purpose of dynamic load testing is to A. Demonstrate crane speed. B. Evaluate crane response under working conditions. C. Test operator patience. D. Challenge riggers for certification. 26. Which curriculum element supports crane operator retention of safe load practices? A. One-time safety seminars. B. Interactive and scenario-based repetition. C. Long-form printed manuals. D. Timed written exams only. 27. When planning lifts near power lines, which action is required? A. Nothing, if the operator is skilled. B. Always keep at least the minimum OSHA required distance. C. Lower the boom slightly. D. Use an extension cord for grounding. 28. When mentoring new operators, experienced trainers should a. Avoid criticism at all costs. B. Use real-time feedback in skill-based coaching. C. Focus only on written knowledge. D. Only teach when supervisors are present. 29. A crane operator's hand signal interpreter must be a. OSHA certified. B. The project foreman. C. Qualified and clearly visible. D. Wearing a red hat. 30. Which load condition presents the highest risk? A. Balanced symmetrical load. B. Known weight and even distribution. C. Unknown weight with eccentric center of gravity. D. Load on flat ground. 31. Which training evaluation method best reveals knowledge gaps? A. Pre- and post-training assessments. B. Exit interviews. C. Attendance records. D. Group photos. 32. In the context of OSHA crane safety, what is a critical requirement for signal persons? A. Good eyesight only. B. Ability to climb cranes. C. Proper qualification and understanding of standard signals. D. Rigging certification. 33. What technique enhances mentoring impact for crane trainees? A. Delaying feedback until end of shift. B. Regular debriefs and coaching conversations. C. Focusing on paperwork. D. Minimal supervision. 34. Which learning strategy works best for adult crane operators? A. Theory-heavy textbook sessions. B. Personalized, hands-on learning with immediate relevance. C. Passive lecture-based formats. D. Long quizzes with rote questions. 35. In curriculum development for crane load safety, what comes first? A. Selecting images. B. Conducting a needs assessment. C. Publishing a workbook. D. Hiring actors for simulations. 36. OSHA requires documentation of operator evaluation to include a. Employee's birth certificate. B. Supervisor's subjective comments. C. Date, evaluator's name, and assessment criteria. D. Number of hours in training. 37. Which of the following should be avoided during crane operator mentoring? A. Real-time correction. B. Leading by example. C. Ignoring unsafe behaviors. D. Encouraging questions. 38. Why should operators verify ground conditions before a lift? A. To measure humidity. B. To impress inspectors. C. To ensure crane stability and prevent tip-over. D. To reduce paperwork. 39. How should training programs measure skill retention over time? A. End-of-course exam only. B. Weekly theoretical pop quizzes. C. Periodic refresher tests and observed practice. D. Annual attendance reviews. 40. In adult learning theory, why is relevancy important? A. Adults only attend for credit. B. Adults value practical knowledge tied to tasks. C. Adults avoid collaboration. D. Adults lack the ability to theorize. 41. A critical factor in crane lift communication is A. Humor. B. Clarity and confirmation of instructions. C. Slang and jargon. D. Background music. 42. Which strategy helps develop safety culture among crane crews? A. Independent work only. B. Regular collaborative safety briefings and feedback. C. Mandated overtime. D. Paper-based communication. 43. Which aspect is critical to curriculum effectiveness? A. Total cost. B. Passive video length. C. Learning outcomes tied to performance goals. D. Instructor popularity. 44. Which of the following best defines competency in load handling? A. Watching multiple safety videos. B. Passing a theory exam. C. Demonstrating skill, knowledge, and judgment in practice. D. Time spent in classroom. 45. An effective mentor in crane operations will A. Avoid technical terms. B. Only answer questions when asked. C. Set clear expectations and model safety behaviors. D. Refer all matters to HR. 46. OSHA mandates cranes be inspected. A. Monthly only. B. After every lunch break. C. Daily and periodically by qualified individuals. D. Only if a problem is reported. 47. What is a key mentoring method for ensuring compliance? A. Blaming men for errors. B. Modeling and reinforcing safe behaviors. C. Ignoring minor incidents. D. Allowing unsupervised experimentation. 48. When should crane operator training be updated? A. Every 10 years. B. Only after OSHA fines. C. Whenever regulations, equipment, or job tasks change. D. During holidays. 49. What is the best tool to evaluate whether a training improved crane safety performance? A. Snack preference survey. B. Incident and near-miss tracking over time. C. Number of slides used. D. Volume of documentation. 50. Which practice best supports adult learning during crane instruction? A. Fast-paced lectures. B. Personal reflection and group discussion. C. Limited interaction. D. Sole reliance on manuals. 51. What must be done before lifting a load in poor visibility? A. Use a larger crane. B. Wait for sunlight. C. Ensure signal persons are visible and communication systems are working. D. Ignore standard precautions. 52. In mentoring, the best way to correct unsafe crane behavior is A. Avoid confrontation. B. Discipline without context. C. Provide immediate, specific guidance. D. Wait for performance reviews. 53. Which lift planning element is most critical? A. Crane color. B. Load tag font. C. Weight, rigging configuration, and environmental conditions. D. Operator opinion. 54. One benefit of curriculum customization for crane load handling is A. Improved legal compliance. B. Increased page count. C. Reduced need for tests. D. Less instructor effort. 55. When handling suspended loads, what must operators avoid? A. Traveling slowly. B. Lifting over personnel. C. Sounding a horn. D. Wearing gloves. 56. Adult learners are more likely to retain crane safety knowledge when A. It is delivered in theory-heavy formats. B. It connects to daily tasks and consequences. C. It's presented once and never reinforced. D. It includes abstract diagrams only. 57. What should an evaluator assess during crane skills testing? A. Height of the operator. B. Ability to maintain safe operations under stress. C. Memory of OSHA dates. D. Writing skills. 58. A properly designed mentoring program includes A. Informal chats. B. Clear structure, tracking, and evaluation methods. C. Random conversations. D. Anonymous feedback only. 59. Which method enhances retention of complex crane signals? A. Flashcards only. B. Practice in realistic scenarios. C. Instructor demonstration without practice. D. Reading technical manuals. 60. Which scenario requires a critical lift plan? A. Lifting lightweight pipe. B. Any load near personnel, power lines, or over 75% rated capacity. C. Lifting under 5 tons. D. Parking the crane overnight. 61. How can curriculum developers ensure OSHA alignment? A. Ignore field needs. B. Review and apply current OSHA and ANSI standards. C. Use generic templates. D. Focus on entertainment. 62. Which factor decreases crane stability? A. Level ground. B. Even load distribution. C. Soft or uneven terrain. D. Proper outriggers. 63. During mentoring, encouraging ments to ask questions promotes A. Confusion. B. Decreased confidence. C. Active learning and engagement. D. Disruption. 64. A post-training evaluation should focus on A. Instructor's outfit. B. Food served. C. Learning outcomes and performance transfer. D. Slide design. 65. A well-structured crane operator manual should include A. Company financials. B. Safety protocols, inspection checklists, and lift planning. C. Marketing slogans. D. Construction law cases. 66. Which action reduces miscommunication during crane lifts? A. Using vague instructions. B. Confirming understanding of hand signals and radios. C. Limiting communication. D. Texting directions. 67. Which OSHA standard mandates signal person qualification? A. 1926.1428, B. 1910.120. C. 1926.500. D. 1910.178. 68. What type of feedback is most effective during skill development? A. Delayed and generic. B. Immediate and task-specific. C. Only written. D. Once per month. 69. One common cause of crane incidents is A. Over-communication. B. Proper lift planning. C. Inadequate training and supervision. D. Careful inspections. 70. What mentoring trait best ensures long-term operator success? A. Intimidation. B. Technical silence. C. Encouragement, clarity, and consistency. D. Avoidance of questions. 71. What is the primary reason for including real-world scenarios in crane training programs? A. To reduce the length of training. B. To test memory recall. C. To improve skill application and critical thinking. D. To avoid compliance audits. 72. When using a mobile crane on an uneven surface, what is the safest approach? A. Operate as usual if load is light. B. Use outriggers and ensure ground is level and stable. C. Compensate with counterweights only. D. Proceed without delay. 73. Which mentoring approach is most effective when correcting repeated rigging errors? A. Ignore the issue. B. Criticize publicly to discourage repetition. C. Review proper procedures privately and supervise retraining. D. File a report and move on. 74. What is a best practice when developing crane operation curriculum for adult learners? A. Focus on theory only. B. Include repetitive rote learning. C. Integrate hands-on activities with contextual relevance. D. Eliminate group discussion. 75. Which of the following best reflects the concept of critical lift? A. Any lift done during overtime. B. A lift requiring complex rigging or exceeding 75% of crane capacity. C. Lifts under 500 pounds. D. Lifts performed by senior operators only. 76. What is the most important factor to consider before lifting a suspended load over personnel? A. Speed of lift. B. Operator experience. C. Whether it's the fastest route. D. OSHA prohibits lifting loads over personnel. 77. Why is ongoing evaluation essential for crane operation training programs? A. To make classes longer. B. To satisfy employee curiosity. C. To ensure knowledge retention and adjust training as needed. D. To increase printing of manuals. 78. What should a crane operator do if wind speeds exceed recommended limits for a lift? A. Attempt the lift with caution. B. Use heavier slings. C. Postpone the lift until safe conditions return. D. Rotate the crane slowly to balance wind. 79. Which evaluation method helps trainers identify unsafe habits before certification? A. Self-reported surveys. B. Hands-on performance assessments. C. Peer popularity polls. D. End-of-year feedback. 80. In adult learning, reflection and discussion help crane trainees. A. Memorize irrelevant details. B. Express disinterest. C. Process experiences and build deeper understanding. D. Avoid responsibility. NCCCO Crane Operations and Load Handling Test. The NCCCO Crane Operations and Load Handling Test is a nationally recognized certification assessment designed to evaluate a candidate's knowledge, skill, and judgment in safe crane operation and effective load handling practices. This exam ensures that crane operators understand critical safety regulations, load dynamics, operational procedures, and OSHA-compliant practices. It also measures competency in communication, rigging, and pre-lift planning, while incorporating adult learning principles, mentoring techniques, and real-world evaluation strategies. The test plays a vital role in promoting workplace safety, reducing accident risks, and ensuring that operators are equipped to perform complex lifts under varying site conditions with precision and regulatory adherence. Here are the top 5 beneficial uses of the sample exam. 1. Ensures regulatory compliance. The test validates that crane operators meet OSHA and ANSI requirements, helping employers maintain legal compliance and avoid costly penalties. 2. Improves site safety and performance. Certified operators are better equipped to identify hazards, execute lifts safely, and prevent accidents, reducing injury risks and equipment damage. 3. Demonstrates operator competency. It provides a standardized way to verify an operator's technical knowledge, load handling skills, and ability to follow lift plans, enhancing job readiness and professionalism. 4. Supports career advancement. Passing the test strengthens credentials, opening up opportunities for supervisory roles and specialized crane operations. 5. Enhances workforce training programs. The test framework helps employers design more effective training and mentoring programs focused on real-world skills and regulatory standards.